Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? Fucking connection sucks. I mean, it literally looks like I'm just like bouncing all over the place. Can you guys even hear what's going on in here? Do I have audio or video, or is this feed all fucked up? I mean, it appears from my end like the fucking streams are getting worse every fucking stream. Like they're just continually throttling. Is it actually working? Do you guys hear anything I'm saying? I'm just waiting until the comments catch up and it makes sense. Okay, there we go. We got about like a 30-second delay there. Yeah, I redid the one from this morning. Okay, so I wanted to address some shit. I saw a fucking Reddit, like a Reddit link about people talking about Dugan Ashley like being fucking anti-Semitic, which is fucking hilarious because of how retarded you people are. And so I wanted to make a video and fucking push your fucking shit in because you're all fucking idiots and I get sick of this shit. So anybody, I would really appreciate it if you understand what kind of videos I'm making and like what this is about. And if you run into somebody that's like Dugan Ashley, I think he's like anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic, please direct them to this video, okay? So they see it and they shut the fuck up. Because I don't care, I don't even care at all if you think that I'm anti-Semitic. Not one bit. You can fucking think whatever the fuck you want, and it doesn't matter to me. Because I'm gonna fucking stand exactly as I am. And the person, you know, like all the people that matter to me and what I'm accountable to fucking know exactly who I am and what. Alright? Now the people, the two types of people, they're basically two types of people that would accuse me of anti-Semitic. I have a feeling it's not one of them. I have a feeling that's the other one. What I'm guessing is that the people that think I'm anti-Semitic are not Jewish. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that these are like social justice warrior types that don't know their fucking head from, you know, their fucking ass. And that, you know, like I'm assuming that's what it is. Because I don't think that any Jew that's worth their salt is going to fucking like come out swinging accusing me of fucking being anti-Semitic. It'd be a fucking mistake. Because that shit bounces off me like ping pong balls. And it fucking makes me hungry to rip off your head. But, so let me explain something. So first of all, the term anti-Semitic, if you use it, you're fucking anti-Semitic. Because the way that the word anti-Semitic is used is to describe Jewish people. And that's not fucking correct because there's about 450 million Arabic speakers that are fucking Semitic. There's a, you know, like Semitic does not mean fucking Jews. Semitic means people in like North and East Africa and the Mediterranean. And it includes like the Phoenician language and the fucking Akkadian languages. And if you think that anti-Semitic is like Jewish, if you think the word Semitic is Jewish, then you're a fucking idiot. And you're not fucking like abreast of like even remotely like the most shallow worldly geographic and cultural, you know, fucking awareness of what the fuck the world is composed of. That's all. Okay? So if you're going around calling people anti-Semitic, you're fucking anti-Semitic because you're taking a minority an extreme minority population that is in the word, and then you're fucking like giving the entire identity to that instead of fucking acknowledging the vast majority of people that are not Jewish that overwhelmingly wash out the Jewish people in terms of the percentages of people that are Semitic, and you're applying it to a fucking extreme minority population. Okay? That's first of all. Second of all, you probably don't fucking know anything about Jews. You're going around saying that, and you probably think that you're protecting them, but you're not, and you're a fucking idiot. The Jews are in a fucking national exile, and have been for a long time, and this is also a spiritual. In the meantime of this, of the fucking diaspora, the exile, have been fucking stolen. Okay? And that is what, like, if you want to talk about according to like actual formal Judaism, that is what is going on. And so the people that are saying that they represent Jews and like own Jews that are Jewish is not true. And you know what I mean? By the terms of Judaism, by the Tanakh, there is only one thing that fucking owns the Jews. And it is not motherfucking people that are set up in Israel. Okay? And that is the only people, that thing that the Jews are responsible to is not a fucking person. And that is what they are waiting on. Okay? Now, I'm about to get choppy as fuck. I'm going over a fucking bridge here. Let's wait a minute. Please let me know in the comments when I'm clear. Let me know when I clear up. I'll stop for a minute if I have to once I get to a clear spot. Just to fucking get this shit across. Okay, still choppy. My internet is basically my fucking internet is basically a like a can with a string in between it to get to you guys. Okay, we're good. I'm fucking pulling over here. We're gonna fucking finish this shit. Alright. So what I was saying is that the fucking Jews are in a fucking national and spiritual exile, and the people that are claiming to represent Jews are Jews that under unauthorized fucking, like, I'm talking in the perspective of Judaism here. Jews are being fucking bogarted and fucking stolen by groups of Jews that claim to represent them. And the Jews are accountable to no one at all, okay? Not each other and not men. They're accountable to something else, and it is not a fucking man, and that is what they're waiting for, okay? I'm not going to go beyond that. But what I'm saying that in terms of Judaism that you're purporting to fucking be like defending somehow here, like you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. If you're running around fucking calling people anti-Semitic, you don't even understand what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? Now, here's the deal, right? You fucking morons that are running around calling people anti-Semitic that aren't even, especially if you're not even a Jew. You shouldn't be doing it if you're Jewish, but if you're not Jewish, you shouldn't be fucking doing it. You definitely shouldn't be doing it. And the people that are doing that are completely fucking short-sighted idiots that don't understand the gravity of what the fuck is going on. So let me try to help you out. I just went through, before I hopped in this fucking ride and blazing trails, and you basically had in the primaries for this election, you had 33 candidates, okay? Out of those 33, you've got Donald Trump in there. Okay? Now, not including Donald Trump, who has like gone and done like Israeli television and who's like son-in-law, you know, there's like rumor about them being like the fucking Davidic Mashiach and shit. He's not. But there's rumors. So my point is that Donald Trump is extremely fucking Jewish. He's about as politically Jewish as you can get. His old family might be Jewish, but he doesn't claim that, at least publicly, right? So if he is, it doesn't count. Like, you know what I mean? Because he's not publicly claiming it. Besides Donald Trump, out of the 33 presidential primaries that are running, 8 of them are 100% definitely Jewish. There are 3 of them that I suspect are probably Jewish that are not included in the 8 that don't announce like what religion they are and don't have a fucking last name that's like 100% like the surname is from Jewish origin. Okay? And so the Jewish population in the United States at the high end of estimate, which is probably not accurate, it's actually probably higher than this, but in terms of like what you retards publish online, you say it's 2.6% is like the high end of Jewish population. So I'm going to round that to 3. So if we had 100 candidates running for the presidency, if you had any kind of proportional representation, you would have fucking 3 Jewish candidates. You don't have 100 candidates running. You have 100. Or I mean, I'm just sorry. You don't have 100 candidates running. You have 33 candidates running. Out of the 33, 8 of them are Jewish. Okay? There's some that are probably Jewish that don't say they are. And this puts you up, this is going to put you past 25% Jewish representation in your fucking presidential candidates. If you're Jewish or not Jewish and you don't see the problem with that, then you're a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you're not being considerate of like world history and Jewish history. Okay? Now to contrast that, the term white, which I don't agree with, I think it's a stupid term that's pretty much meaningless. But since, you know, you've basically, the new world, the government has fucking forced us to fucking swallow that. So we have to use the term white. That would be 60% of the population. Okay, so out of 100 presidential candidates, if you had representative government, then you would have 60 fucking people in the primary that were quote unquote white. But you don't have that. You've got 13. Okay? You've got 13, and that's including Donald Trump, who's actually, like, you know, basically Jewish. Okay. They just fucking cut this fucking stream, so now I'm back. If it was correct, you know, like out of 33 candidates, you're looking at 39% white representation, which is not representative of the fucking demographic of the United States. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't, the other ones that are underrepresented, like your black population is technically underrepresented in the primary. If you had, now you'd have to have a fucking 100 candidates basically to have fucking proper representation percentages. But the Africans are underrepresented too. Even if you want to consider most of the black people running in primaries are, like, you know, about as black as a graham cracker, and so they're not really that black. They're not really that Africanized. But, you know, that is what I wanted. That is what I wanted to tell the people that think that I'm anti-Semitic, because you're an idiot. And I get tired of fucking, like, I wanted to make one consolidated video to explain this to you. So if you don't understand this, what I'm saying is that what happens when you get 25%, which 25%, I don't know what that is, but it's probably like 1,000% overrepresentation in terms of the Jews that are in the fucking presidential primary. But it's not limited to the presidential primary. We're talking like every fucking major Fortune 500 company has a shitload of fucking overrepresentation of Jews. We're talking like every power node. We're talking like fucking every independent executive agency, which all publish their staff. And it's like, the people that are saying this, if you're like, unless you're in on it and you're just trying to throw out disinformation, if you're like a real normal person and you're going around like, this is anti-Semitic, like, you're a fucking idiot. And you're not acknowledging the wanton, ridiculous, like, crazy tier overrepresentation of Jews. And you're also not aware of the historical history of, like, the history of fucking Jews is exactly what's going on now. Whereas, like, a bunch of them get pushed up front, and then they're gonna get schwacked. Like, that is what comes from it naturally. Okay? Because that is what happens when you take a fucking 3% minority population and then fucking overrepresent them thousands of percent in the fucking nodes of power. The actual majority population kind of like resents that shit. It doesn't have to be Jews. It could be fucking anybody that is 3%. But there is nobody that's 3% except for the Jews. And so that's why it's the fucking Jews. Like, I don't know how to explain this to you. The Jews that are doing this, that are going in, they're working together, and they fucking know of each other. I can believe that Jews are looking around to see who else is a Jew in there. Okay? You better fucking believe it. If you don't know that, like, you're naive. Because that is exactly what's happening. Just like a black person goes in a room and looks for other black people, it's a little bit easier with black people because you can tell by the skin. But a Jew does that on an intellectual basis and on, you know, like, racial identifying words and things like that. And they're gonna be looking for people that are Jews. So they fucking know exactly how much overrepresentation is going on in there. And if you're a part of it and you're a Jew, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, because not only are you're basically fucking violating the fucking terms of the fucking exile, but you're also setting up Jews to get fucking schwacked, which is exactly what's gonna fucking happen. And you idiots that are running around there like fucking guarding this shit and basically being little fucking pawns for the world government are going to cause it, you know? Like if you're actually going to do with this to get killed, because that is what it's going to come to eventually. And I am simply acknowledging it, the actual situation, and that's it. That's what I'm doing, and I'm like, if you don't get that, all right, my stream is fucking up. I gotta go. That's you can fucking send somebody here if they have issues. If they have issues with me about Jews, you can fucking send them over here. I'll tell them exactly what the fuck I think. All right, I love you guys. Have a good night.